Hello, my name is Maverick Collins. This is our video submission for Java 3, CST-339, CLC Milestone 4 for Group A6, featuring myself, Noah, Bree, Josh, and Julia. And in this assignment, we are tasked with creating our databases and then linking them to our existing project. And I'm going to go shed that real quick here. So we created a recipe DAO and a user DAO. And you can see where we have get all users, add users. So here's our SQL commands. And then we're basically we're storing them in an array list and we're looping through. Let me go ahead and get this running here. So we got okay, so our Spring application is running. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to our site, which we have loaded. Okay, great. And we are using MAMP to act as our middleman between our SQL code and our Visual Studio code. So that's up and running. Open our start page, go to PHP admin, and I should have our recipe book already loaded here, which it is. Okay, so you can see here's our different tables. We have ingredients, recipes, recipe, ingredient table, and then our users. So let's go ahead so let me show you this working here first. So I'm gonna go to my recipes. This is gonna take us to create a new recipe. So I was testing out chicken yellow curry because that's my favorite. And what's my user number? My user number is 4. So create ID is 4. So for chicken yellow curry, we're definitely gonna need some chicken. And I like chicken thighs. I'm pretty hungry, so we'll do a pound. Oops. Sorry, let me show you that. So let me show you our field. So we have ingredient name, quantity, and we have measurement type. And this will allow us to add multiple ingredients, as you will see here. So 1 pound, add ingredient. We're gonna need some yellow curry for sure. Let's say, I don't know, what's enough curry until I make it very often. I usually buy it. Let's do 1 cup. That's probably way too much, but oh well. Definitely gonna need some jasmine rice. We're gonna say 2 cups. Instructions, begin cooking rice and prepare chicken and add curry. We'll keep it short and sweet. Okay, so we got our instructions. We could choose whether we want to keep the recipe public or private. We're going to make it public in this case. And we're going to go ahead and create. And boom. As you could see, I should have showed you this here first. Localhost 3030. Show all recipes. Okay, so we already had 3 existing recipes we had already added for testing purposes. We had some chicken soup, some chicken water, and some taco salad. And we just added the yellow curry, as you just saw, where it's storing, the title, creator ID, and then our list of ingredients, which is an array list, and then our model, which is an object. And then we also got instructions, etc. So it successfully added it, and then let's go ahead and make sure that it appended to our actual database. So we'll go over to recipes. And as you can see here, recipe number 4, chicken yellow curry, begin cooking rice, prepare chicken, add curry. It's a little more involved than that, of course. And you can see this one is private. This one is not public, chicken water. Not sure what we use chicken water for, but chicken broth, I guess. And we'll go over here let me go to our ingredients first. So you can see the ingredients. So each ingredient has its own unique ID. Pretty self-explanatory there. The recipe ingredient table is a little more interesting here. So each ingredient has a measurement associated with it, right? And you could see that some of these have, let's see here, the same ingredient ID. So this one, I believe, is water. and it's used in recipe 1, recipe ID number 1, as well as number 2. I probably should have put it in here for 4 for the rice. And we're storing the ingredient ID with it as well. So it's a table where it has the recipe ID, number 1. Number 2, it has the ingredient ID for each unique ingredient, and as well as the quantity. So that's going to be an integer. We got to change it to a double, and then a string to store the measurement type. As we all know, there's various weird measurements out there. So we looked at maybe having a drop down, but having a string makes a lot more sense for all the different variations you could have. So, sorry about that. So as you can see here, we had our pound of chicken here, ingredient ID 10, our cup of curry, ingredient 11, and 2 cups of rice. We'll verify that on our ingredients: 10, 11, 12, chicken, yellow curry, yellow curry and rice. Perfect. And it's stored in our recipes. So that was that. It was definitely the team did a lot of work. Big shout out to Noah and Josh. They did a lot of the business logic for um, the DAOs here for user and recipe. Recipe is definitely the beast of them all. A lot going on here to handle those different tables, grabbing and pulling things and storing them. So big shout out to them. But the whole team did a great job, Brianna and Julia as well. And I had the fortunate job of making the screencast. So this was a really fun project. It taught me how to use MAMP. I had never used this program before. The PHP my admins is pretty sweet. Import, export, different SQL, as you could see here, databases. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. This is our video submission for CLC Group A6, Milestone 4 with Professor Estey in Java 3. Thank you, and we will see you guys on the next one.